Hello, I am William Honablew, and I'll be speaking on the importance of a high school and college education. So frequently I find myself coming home from practice, exhausted, whether it be from football, wrestling, or lacrosse. I'm wearing my sports hoodie. I usually have my earphones in, just trying to drown out the noise so I can relax on the bus ride home. I will feel a tap on my shoulder, and I'll turn around, and there's usually some older gentleman or lady asking me, "Oh, you go to Poly? What grade are you in?" And I reply, "I'm in the 12th grade." And they say, "Oh, that's great. What college are you going to?" And I say, "I plan on going to Temple University to study computer science." And immediately they say, "Oh, that is great, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Man, if I would have gone to college. Man, if I would have finished high school. Man, if I would have done this, that, and the third. I know I could have done something with my life. The one thing I regret is not going to college, not finishing high school." And the word they kept using, the word that always stuck with me, is regret. They regretted not finishing their education. They regret not taking that next step to better their lives. See, the world is ever changing. Education is necessary now more than ever so that you can succeed in life, because it's not as personal as it was back in the day. You can't just walk into an office, meet the boss, shake hands, and get the job. There's so many other people competing for that same position that they don't even get to that a lot of people don't even get the chance to meet the boss to get the job. It's all about how you look on paper. And frankly, paper doesn't always tell the truth, but paper is all they have to work with. So if you want the job, you got to get the education. And it starts off with that first step, and that's graduating high school. Even now, there are people who think after they graduate high school, they can get themselves together and be set for life, but now it's not. Times have changed, and that is no longer the case. You can no longer get by on just a high school diploma because minimum wage doesn't always feed a family. Like, Brother Trey, what do you hope to accomplish in life?
I hope to say that I left my mark on the world, I changed the world, and I left the world to my children, and I helped them better.
What about you, Brother Joseph?
I hope to set an impact on generations coming behind us.
So we just want to leave our mark and make a difference. But unless you're Albert Einstein or Bill Gates, you're going to need an education to get that done, because the greatest innovators come from the classrooms. They don't always come from the streets. Because the one thing you never want to do is regret something, especially when something could have been fixed so easily as finishing high school or taking the steps you needed to go to college. Finishing education, never quitting, never hesitating on that last step, doing what needs to be done. And education is so important, even now. Because an education can be the difference from you working at McDonald's to being the CEO of Exxon or Google or Apple, just being a boss, really. You can be just as smart working at McDonald's, but if you don't have the credentials, they're not even going to give you a second look. After all, Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." And the world is ever changing now more than ever. So it's up to us to take the necessary steps so that we don't get left behind. Because if we get left behind, then we can no longer succeed. And who really wants that? Thank you.